Chapter 34, Truth. Truth is not a quality of earth, but an infusion from the greater region beyond the veil, where truth is manifested in purity. Here on earth, things do not disclose their true nature to the eyes, for the things we see with the eyes are as the eye sees them, and not as they are in reality and truth. The eye is a poor interpreter of reality. Verse 2. To attain truth, man must reach out beyond earth in himself. While he remains bound to earth, he may perceive the light of truth only dimly in its reflection from the source afar. Nevertheless, to strive for truth must be one of the main aims of life. Therefore, earth, the wise instructress, teaches man the nature of deceit and places it all about him, that he may observe its ways and learn to distinguish its delusions. It is in the nature of a game wherein man tries to discover what is reality, so far with little success. For the road of truth lies through the thick forest of illusion and across the wide wastelands of deceit.
We've become bored with watching actors give us phony emotions. We're tired of pyrotechnics and special effects. While the world he inhabits is in some respects counterfeit, there's nothing fake about Truman himself. No scripts, no cue cards. It isn't always Shakespeare, but it's genuine. It's a life.
Unlock the secrets of a stone, and perchance you will find a star. Open the body of water, and you may discover a heart of fire. Did not the men of olden times teach that our eyes deceive us in all things, that only the great eye can perceive all things in truth? The godlings of old, who lived beyond the great mountains, taught that man was not a solid being, but likened to a whirlpool in the midst of a moving sea. They saw earth as a movement within a movement and life within a life, and that was not their wisdom greater than ours. The earth progressed in wisdom from generation to generation, but not all wisdom is handed down through the generations of man. There are losses as well as gains. Does the eye in the red of clove see things as does the mortal eye of men? Or are things different there at the window of truth? Truth and perfection unite in one, and neither is to be found in purity on earth. Yet through men desire truth, when she stands before them, they see her not. For the colored glass of illusion veils nothing as much as it veils truth. Truth is the cupbearer of the true God and pours out full measure to those who uphold his decrees. At some time in their lives, the call comes to all men who bear witness to the truth as they see it. The man who has truth for his toll line acquires position in his state, for he is a worthy man. Truth cannot be determined by the arguments of man. Key word: truth cannot be determined by the arguments of man. It is therefore not to be weighed according to their arguments, but their arguments according to the light of the truth, as it is revealed and known. Say not that truth is established by time, or that a multitude of believers make certainty. The best truth man can ever have to judge is truth apparent, for truth in actuality cannot be manifested to man on earth. Then with regard to truth and falsehood, they do not appear alike in things beyond our understanding. How then could we decide between them, were it not for the whispers of our conscience? General opinion is the least proof of truth, for men in general are ignorant. Then too the law decrees that the surroundings and circumstances of man shall be more conducive to deception than to truth. Seek after truth, for it is the greatest of things man can understand. The Most High is beyond his comprehension, but truth is not. It alone is the path towards the fulfillment of the destiny of man. Progress through life is the unveiling of truth, but can man ever stand in her august presence? As the owl is blinded in the splendor of the sun, so will man be dazzled before the unveiled face of majestic truth. Truth is oftentimes veiled with deceit or taunted with the foul touch of hypocrisy. Truth without honesty is a tree without leaves. Distorted truth has a visage more frightening than any other conceivable horror, and even the innocent heart quails before it. O majestic truth, What wickedness is wrought in your fair name? What pain you suffer at the mouths of hypocrites and deceivers, where so often a fragment of truth is built into the fabric of a great falsehood. What appears as truth in the gloom of the serpent's lair may look very different in the clear light of day. So we're at Faa.gov, Federal Aviation Administration. And this is the real deal right here. You know, they said NASA discovered planet Nibiru in 1984. Astronomers somewhere around maybe the mid 1800s, but you know, the Bible attests to this: destroyer of the nation, destroyer of the Gentiles. Truth, the best advocate, is also purifying flame, which often hurts more than falsehood. Otherwise, the soul is struck an evil blow. The weakling and unworthy man says, "What have I to do with truth?" which too often breeds wrath and stirs up trouble. Is not the soft word more desirable? And is it not the password to popularity? Weakling and fools are not the foes made by truth better than the friends made by falsehoods? Say not, how can truth be known from the false, if truth be not of earth? Know that you have found truth in sufficiency when you find that which guides truly. Truth is eternal and unchanging. The first truth, which was in the beginning, will endure until the end. Nothing can be added to it, and nothing taken away. It may be viewed from many sides and appear different, but such differences are in the eyes of the beholders. Truth itself is unalterable and cannot change. Truth is not with man, nor of the earth. It is with the Most High alone. And when man sees truth in its purity, he will see God. Great truths are the food of the soul, and the great souls are the inheritors of eternity. Walk always towards truth, and through it will recede as you approach, for it is unattainable on earth. Nevertheless, you are proceeding in the right direction. Truth lies at the end of the future. When all is ended, there is truth. Only truth can set man free. The day will come when man can be told openly about his real nature and destiny, and in that day his spirit will respond and unfold its glory like a flower bud opening to the sun. In that day he will accept that the change called death is but the port of departure to a greater sphere of activity. He will then understand what he really is and must become to fulfill his destiny.